All right. Peace to the family. Peace to the family. We are back live. Me and the brother Billy Carson. We're back live, right back at you, family. Hope y'all had a great day today. Brother Rich got a little headache today. I'm all right though. I got a little headache. I was just telling my brother Billy Carson, got a little headache today. But I'm doing good. This is what I need you to do. You know what? I want a few more people to get into the chat room before I let you know what I want you to do real quick. Let me get to some ads real quick. Make sure you share this video. Make sure you like it. Thumbs up. Whatever you got to do. Sandra, what's up? Trigger the God, what's up? War Moon, what's good, my brother? The Aboriginal Woman's Guide to the Galaxy. Wow, what a name!
Wow,
The Aboriginal
nice.
Woman's Guide to the Galaxy. Wow.
I like
Get Fly
that.
Productions, Miss Porsche, the Douglas. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We filling up. We got over 100 people already. All right, let me get to a couple of ads and I'll be right back, family. We'll be right back. First and foremost, we're a couple of days away, family. We told y'all we living in a financial revolution right now where things are changing drastically. Learn options, please, family. I'm guaranteeing you it'll be something great besides the 9 to 5. We're going to be talking about that later on today. All right, family. Later on during the show, actually, we're going to be talking about that. Shout out to King Simon. The brother has the holistic numerization course. Learn the Bath method. Hit the brother up on the text message or email. Also, you could text your full name and date of birth to the brother at 347-496-1022, and he will give you a numerization consultation. The hats me and the brother Billy Carson got on.
Oh yeah.
This brother right here made them. Copper Child Mike L. Hit him up. iSkating at iSkate NY. All right. We are back, family. Like I said, we are a couple of days away from when I'm telling Billy Carson this has to be the best workshop me and this brother has ever did. It has because the times call for it. The times
Yeah.
call for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I see how the brother getting it. The brother's getting it with options. He getting it. The brother's getting it big time with options. So, you gotta spread that wealth. And when I mean wealth, I mean that information. Information is wealth if you know how to utilize it. So with
Exactly.
this workshop, we're gonna learn how to utilize this information, and we're gonna work that stock market. Something we've been
Yeah.
scared to work. All especially the melanated community. So we're gonna work that MFR. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I want y'all to do. Real quick. I need everybody. My Instagram is at blackmagic363, the same way the channel spell. Dr. Valentine did a presentation on my Patreon yesterday. I posted a list of some health items that the brother recommended. I can't say for what on this channel, on this platform, because they'll tell me it's medical misinformation. So all I can tell you that the brother, I posted some health information from the brother on my Instagram. So if you didn't get a chance to sign up to the Patreon and watch it, or you was too cheap, or whatever the case may be, go to my Instagram, check the list out at blackmagic363. It's a helpful list for the times we're in right now, and it could be beneficial to you and your family. So I want to get that out the way. Besides that, what's Billy? What's up, my brother? How you doing?
Oh man, I'm fantastic, man. Another day in the big city, cranking. I'm looking forward to teaching this workshop on Saturday. I just been putting the final touches on the workshop, and initially I was making it too complicated. I realized it. We got to keep this educational, informative, and simple where anybody can duplicate it. So I realized I had to hone it down and make sure that I wasn't just, because there's so many aspects of doing this that you can get convoluted and you can get lost in all the other ways that other people do this and that. Specifically, we're doing this because I'm showing you what I already know what works. And what works is the way that I've been doing it. So I realized coming up with 20 million ways, and we got to focus on the main way, the way that I know for a fact actually is providing results on a day-to-day basis. So I honed it down. I fine-tuned it a little bit more to take away all the other ambiguous, I don't want to be on there sounding and talking with all these big, gigantic phrases and all these scientific terms and giving people this daunting sounding type of a workshop where they feel like, I don't even know I'm lost. Like people go, I got to make it where they can go, oh, okay, I'm following this. Yeah, I got questions, but I'm following this. And at the end result that I want is that people actually get set up and actually start doing it. And then when I follow up with them in the private group, Unite the 99, that I could see the results. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to get on there and feel like this is daunting. Like this guy's talking about all this, just sound like Chinese checkers, Yeah. So I'm making it where it's extremely informative. I'm going to teach you the spiritual aspects behind how I do it, the esoteric ways that I do it, but also at the same time, all the technical information will be there. The fundamentals will be there. You'll learn all the different techniques, but I'm going to focus mostly on the ones that I know for a fact for me are having decent results. And I think we're going to have a phenomenal result with people following something that has a proven track record. That's what gave me my receipts. And so I didn't want to get too down. I realized if I get too superficial with it, it's going to have a whole bunch of people lost. So I'm really going to hone it down and putting the final touches on it now. Well, okay, it's starting to look very duplicatable, which is what we want. Duplication. You know what I mean?
Duplicatable. Definitely.
Yeah.
I just posted the link in the chat room once again for y'all family. Y'all could click on that link. I'm about to pin it at the top. The name of this is this particular interview is How to Survive in a New Paradigm. Billy, there's so many, just everything is changing. The restrictions they just came down with in New York. Wow, bro. Did you hear about it?
I didn't hear about it, no.
Yeah, so if you're not vaccinated, you cannot go to restaurants. No, is it restaurants? I know it's the gym, it's the bar, it's a lot, basically a lot of places you can. I don't know if it's restaurants though, but a lot of businesses in New York you can't enter unless you have that card. And like I said earlier, obviously we can't talk about it on this particular platform. We have other platforms where talk about it on, but the world is changing. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you one thing, Billy. I want people to be able to survive and to make money without having to depend on their job. There's nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5, but I think it's time that we learn multiple ways of surviving or making money or earning an income besides that 9-to-5. So I think that's why it's so beautiful what you're doing, because a person won't feel the pressure to stay on their job and to put up with something at a job they hate if they know they could make $5,000 a month doing this.
Right.
Exactly. that changes the whole ball game. Now they, shit, they ain't got to put up with bullshit, Billy. Just talk to me about that aspect about how, because of all the restrictions and everything going on in the country, how this could benefit us in terms of becoming more independent.
Yeah. Well, I'll just tell you from my personal experience, which is always the best perspective. I remember I was doing extremely well before the real estate market collapsed in 2008. And when I say extremely well, I was a multimillionaire already. Keep in mind, this is before Facebook, Instagram, and all the other Twitter, social media. This is through marketing campaigns that I was running. I was one of the largest dealers for mortgage leads in the world at that time. And we were generating about 30,000 mortgage leads a day. And our buyers were Bank of America, Countrywide, Nova Star Mortgage, which is out of business, Ameristar, which is out of business, Amquest, which is out of business, all those big loan companies. And I was doing so well. And I decided, okay, the mortgage lead industry is coming to an end. This is like around 2004. Bush Jr. put the Can-Spam Act in order. And in the Can-Spam Act, you couldn't just send out. We were doing about 100 million emails a day. And you couldn't just send out 100 million. You couldn't send out 100 emails without going through specific guidelines that they set forth. So I realized that was coming to an end. So I then diversified into call centers. And I took all those, I think it was at the time, 8 million leads I had generated. And I sent them to a call center. And we reworked those leads and did it by telemarketing and turned those back into refinance leads. And I took a huge chunk of income from that and I invested it into real estate. And in my brain, I just thought that was, an unbreakable financial source, and I could generate income from that, and it would never die, and blah blah blah. So I put all my eggs in one basket, literally. And at one point, I had over 300 properties nationwide. A lot of that was in land, and a lot of it was also in pre-construction homes that were being built by Adams Homes. And then the crash came, and I was like, "What in the world is going on here?" And the crash came, and it literally almost wiped me out. And it didn't wipe me out completely, but it took me down a few notches. And at that point, I realized something. You can't have all your eggs in one basket. If you're thinking that you were living in a perfect world and you got a great job and my income is decent and all my bills are covered and everything is just going la-di-da-di-da and everything is so smooth right now, you got to keep in mind that there's always something coming in the ether to bring that balance back. It's called yin and yang. Okay.
Wow.
I learned real quick. You can't run from the yin and yang. All you can do is be prepared for it. And so as one of the more famous martial art instructors used to say, and I cover this in my book, Compendium of the Emerald Tablets, he said, I'm not teaching you how to fight evil. I'm teaching you how to control it. You know, you can't get away from the evil. The evil is going to happen. There's no way to run from the yang. It's going to happen to you. How can you control it? And so I realized the only way to control this was for me not to have my eggs in one basket, but to have multiple streams of income so that I could be prepared for the next situation that came. And so after that pandemic situation that occurred, and after I started creating multiple streams of income, my main focus and goal the entire time from 2009 all the way until March of 2020 was being prepared for the next big thing. And when the next big thing came in March of 2020, guess who was prepared? I was. I was like, you're not going to catch me with my pants down this time. It's just not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what it was going to be. I just knew that when I started researching cycles, that's what I teach. I teach cycles of time, cycles of rise and fall. The rise and fall of civilization in the Yuga cycles also occurs in each individual person's life because we live in a fractal holographic universe. So I realized that the cycles that were occurring there are the same exact cycles that occurred in my life. I have rises and falls in my life. We all do. And I realized that was giving me an inkling of the future that was coming, that at some point in the future, when I was doing phenomenal, there'd be another one of these yangs coming in to try to collapse me. So I went on ahead and fortified my base. I fortified my foundation. And when this thing came in 2020, I just sat back and laughed at it. It didn't even affect me. It didn't even rock my boat. And now, as soon as it got like 2-3 months into it, I realized, okay, it's time to start preparing for the next one. So in July of 2020, I started preparing for the next one already, which is coming. Trust me, it's coming. Another one. Not now, not at this exact moment, but within the next 5 to 7 years, there's another one coming, or whatever it's going to be, whatever the reason or the cause at that moment is going to be. But that cycle will also come and hit. The yang is coming back again. And so these types of things here, what I'm teaching, gives you the ability to, without having to go get another job, if you, now, of course, it's risk in anything. This is not a guaranteed source of income. I must say that on video. It's not a guaranteed source of income. There's risk in everything that you do. But if you're following these techniques and you're having success, it's a way of generating income for yourself that you can now do several things. You can save it so that you can have funds for a rainy day. You should have at least 1 year of income put away in case one of these situations happen. Right now, if something happened to me at this exact moment that stopped me from working completely, in other words, I can't even get on the microphone and talk on a computer. If that happens to me, I got 1 full year that I can live the same level, at the same level. I don't have to give away anything. I don't have to reduce anything if I wanted to. I can go for 1 full year. And if I reduce about 5 to 6 things or eliminate 5 to 6 things, I can probably go for 1.5 to 2 years. And if I get extremely frugal, I could probably go almost 3 years. So I'm prepared for whatever, literally. And this is what this gives us. It gives us an opportunity for when these situations happen and when you get these crises that happen that lock things down and shut things down, reduce the ability to do a regular source of income. This is something that without having to go work another 8 to 10 hours on top of the 8 to 10 you'd put in, and then top of the 5 or 8 you got to give your children, then you can do, between that, you're eating and sleeping. This gives you opportunity. So when you analyze the day you have 8 hours typically of work to 9, sometimes 10, because you got to add your traveling time. And, this is in a 24-hour day. And then you got, usually people are sleeping 8 hours. And, now you're almost at 18 to 20 hours just on sleeping and going to work and driving to work. Then you got to have a couple more meals. That's another couple of hours. And then you still got to somehow say hi to your kids if you have any. By the time you know it, 24 hours is gone, just like that, between sleeping, eating, and going to work and driving and your commute. So this is something that, for 35, 45 minutes a day, you can hop on. And I'm talking about realistic numbers. That's the thing that I don't try to do. I don't want to blow this thing out and make it sound like you're going to make $1 million. That's why I showed numbers where you did see where some days I made $900, $1,200. Some days I did make bigger, but realistically, for somebody starting off small, the other day I posted in my story, I made $350. I made $350 in like 15 minutes, and I got off the doggone stock market. I'm saying, okay, I'm done. I'm happy right now. I'm not gorging myself. I'm just saying, look, extra income that's utilizable. I got more out than what I put in. And I said, okay, I'm busy. I got to go back to work on some other stuff right now. $350 in a few minutes. That's like Steph Curry type income. And my man got the super deal.
What do you got? 300 million or something? What's he
crazy number, 300 or 400, something crazy. The number is just so crazy. I can't even remember what it was. I know it was out there. It was out there in cyberspace. Man, that thing was crazy. God bless him, man. He's doing phenomenal, man.
Yeah. Woo. I seen shout out Sheila in the chat room. She said people need to learn how to grow some of their own food. Billy, do you have? I know you got a lot of property, a lot of land. You're doing a lot of things. Do you have like your own farm or something like that, or a way to grow your own food?
I have a hydroponics farm underground. So I have it's a hydroponics farm. It's like a gigantic pool. And so I created my own ecosystem. In the pool, we have tilapia. And then the waste from the tilapia feeds the plant life in the hydroponics farm. So I have a whole hydroponics farm that could feed up to 300 people for a year straight.
That's dope. Wow.
Yeah. That's in Fort Terra Nova. If you don't know about Fort Terra Nova, that's my first time being on mainstream TV was for Fort Terra Nova. That's my underground city that I built back in 2012.
You ever thought about getting involved in a legal marijuana business?
Yeah, I did actually. I thought about it for sure because there's a lot of great medicinal purposes that you can do with that. It's just that all those, the way Florida set it up, only a handful of people were able to get those licenses. And it was so political. So it seemed like people who were friends of friends or paid off this one or that one were able to capture those. So the process on this side of the coast seemed a little difficult for me. It seems a lot easier on the West Coast, but then I'm not even there to see what's going on. So I figured at some point in the future, I might end up buying one from somebody or buying part land on one that already exists or investing into one at some point. Right now, I do, I buy stock in shares and do swing trading on, cannabis stocks.
Interesting. Now, what about solar panels? Do you invest in solar panels?
I don't invest in solar panels, but I have technology that I invented that uses solar panels.
That you invented?
Yeah, I'm an inventor. Yeah, I do everything, man.
What technology is that, man? I learn something new about you every day. Hey, talk to me, man. Talk to me.
You ever seen that battery that I posted on my account? This is about maybe 2019. I haven't posted it since then. I had a standing order before the shutdown from Nigeria. I think I mentioned it on your show briefly one time, maybe it was another show. But anyway, a standing order for my batteries. I invented a battery. It's a special type of AGM battery that extends the watt hours, and basically it's about, I would say, half the size of this table that I have in my office. It's about maybe I think it's almost 4 feet long, and it looks like a car battery, but a supersized car battery. And it'll power a small house or a small office for about 4 to 5 days on a single charge. And then I've also got a special solar panel that connects to it with a special trickle charger that allows it to be trickle charged 24/7. And when it's maxed, the trickle charger shuts off the the flow of energy into the battery for the charging, so it doesn't burn it out. And it's a special kind of battery. It can be mounted in any position. It doesn't need any chemicals. Doesn't need any it doesn't need any water or maintenance to it. And it can literally do anything. You can put a bank of those things together in your garage and connect it to your your power supply at home, your breaker board, and you can actually power your entire house. Which is I'm setting up one now here for hurricane. So when the hurricane comes, it'll go straight instantaneously to the backup bank in my garage, and I don't have to worry about using, like my neighbors use propane tanks as backup. But when the propane runs out, you got no power.
Yeah. See, we don't hear black people talk about stuff like this. So when it's just so intriguing to me to hear, just hear you talk about a lot of personal stuff, because I just sit back and I learn and I soak up all the game.
Right.
What other inventions you got, brother? You got anything else that we should know about, man?
I'll tell you one that got away from me. I got a couple that I can't mention yet because I don't want to blow the lid off of it before the whole thing goes through, before the pending goes through. Because I had a situation like that. Right, if you go to the restaurant, I don't know if they have them in New York. If you go to a Yard House, for example, on the table they have what they call a checkout kiosk, where you can put your credit card in and you can pay to leave. I invented that. Yeah. So
when you invented that?
Let me tell you what happened. Oh man, I got robbed on this one.
Yeah,
so
man.
yeah. This is, oh my God, they got me good on this one. So in 2002, there's a company called before they were that company, they were called oh my God, they had the pages for cheesecake and for all the places. Z-esque or something like that. It was a corporate name. They have a corporate office down here in Deerfield Beach. It's been so many years ago now. But anyway, I went in there. My son was playing basketball on his AAU team. My oldest son, he's 31 now. But anyway, he's playing basketball on his AAU team. And one of the assistant coaches for one of the age groups worked at that company that had the pagers. When you go to the restaurant and they give you a pager, you hold on to it, you wait for it to vibrate. That means your table ready. So I had already drawn out the schematics and the specs for a Bluetooth table kiosk. Mine was a little bit more intricate than the one they have now. The server had a Bluetooth earpiece. This is before Bluetooth was even a thing in phones at this time. That's how ahead of the game it was. And so they had an earpiece in their ear, and the kiosk was linked to that. The kiosk had the ability to tell the server that you needed, you needed utensils, you needed a refill, you needed them to come to the table for whatever reason. And you can even rate the server that you had that night by just pressing a couple of buttons, and you can also check out. They evaluated. They went on an NDA. It was a 3-year NDA that they had signed and non-compete. And so as soon as they told me that they couldn't do it because of the cost of Bluetooth, which was actually true, it was so new, it wouldn't have been cost effective. But as soon as it became cost effective and the NDA expired, they then went into production with the version that they have right now, which is basically 90% of everything that I showed them and taught them in that 5-hour presentation, except for the Bluetooth to the server and one other little piece that I had added in. So yeah, that was actually my invention. And so every time I go to the Yard House or one of those restaurants that have the table kiosks, and now I think they got them in Bahama Breeze too. They say, "Do you know how to use the checkout?" I go, "Well, I invented this." So how to use it? Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Mine was actually a little bit better. So the other last aspect of it was that it saved the data from the section that the server worked in. So at the end of the day, the manager of the store can go and look at the actual sections and see which were the heaviest sections, which servers managed which sections better. And you can see where to put your people based on the amount of volume that you have coming into the restaurant, so you can serve the people better. And so it was a real good tool, man. But yeah, I have a few more things that are actually in the works right now, patent pending. So it's I dabble in a few things, man.
Would you ever go on Shark Tank or anything like that?
No, I just fund everything myself. I don't want to get robbed, I would rather go on business crowdfunding and sell shares to the people and let the people be a part of it, versus going there and giving up 70% of your deal to, to some guys that'll just wait for you to get to a certain point and then sell out and then you got nothing left. If unless you didn't set up a good exit strategy. So I'm gonna get like Forbidden Knowledge TV. I think next week we'll have shares available to the general public. It's been a slight delay because we had to wait for the SEC to approve the raise, but now that that's done, we're gonna platform it next week and start doing that. I'd rather give the people a chance to make money, instead of some rich tycoons to just whore it out and then sell it.
You haven't been on Earn Your Leisure yet, right? Have you?
I've been on Earn Your Leisure. Met the guys actually a couple times in Michigan, and I've been on there on a podcast. But I'm working on a new hot podcast. I'm working on a new workshop with one of the guys, and we just don't have the date yet. So we're trying to get it set up, and also they wanted me on their podcast. We're just waiting for our schedules to like coalesce. They've been trying to get me on the podcast now for about maybe 4 months. We just haven't been able to link up. But as soon as we link up in the same place at the same time, because they like to do in-person podcasts. They don't like to do the virtual stuff. As soon as we're in the same place at the same time, we're going to link up and knock out a good podcast. Yeah. Good guys. Really good guys, man.
Yeah, man. The information you got, I mean, you should definitely be on there spreading some of this financial information.
Yeah.
This is, like I said, I'm blessed to have this on my channel, but if you get hit that platform, man, I could imagine, man. I could imagine. I think that'd be huge.
I was going to be huge. I did a video talking about how to exit the matrix on their platform. And the video I did, it's one of the highest viewed videos on that platform right now. I think it's at 120,000 views.
120,000, you mean?
Yeah, on Earn Your Leisure's YouTube account. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, one video I did with on a podcast there. Yeah.
Wow, dope, man. Dope.
Yeah.
I want to give a quick shout out to my brother Tone B.
Oh, Tone.
You know Tone? You don't know?
I think
Tone?
so.
From Atlanta.
Oh, I don't. Maybe not. There's a Tone B that's on one of my admins. I thought it was him hopping on here right quick.
Well, I hope this is Tone B from Atlanta. There's this brother named Billy. I used to when I was in my 20s, I used to do the street vending in NYC.
Okay. Yeah.
And this brother, he's an older brother. He used to always come help me out. He'll come bring me a hot chocolate, or he'll watch my table for me. Let me go get something to eat. Like the brother just always looked out for me. So the brother, he's happy to see where I'm at now,
nice.
and how far I took it with the information. Okay, nice. Yeah. So shout out to that brother. Real good brother. Shout out to Tone B.
Okay.
Somebody asked, where is it at? After the workshop, how soon will the group be up and running? Now we're talking about the stock options think tank. Is that what we said we were going to call it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the stock options think tank. We forming our own community, family. It's going to be beautiful. Sign up for the workshop. Well, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, that's already built. I already added that section to Unite the 99. Nobody can see it yet. Nobody can be added to it because it's a private group.
Okay.
I don't want everybody else on Unite the 99 already, the 20,000 or so people, to just be getting in there, and because they didn't come to the workshop.
Right.
So it's a private group. So what happens is when I send everybody the link through, it'll actually go to you. You'll drop it in the Eventbrite email system, and they'll go out to everybody. And then so right after the workshop, or either the day of the workshop, everybody will have the link to actually join that private group. And then from there, we'll approve you. My son, who works my social media and manages everything on the admin side for that, he'll go ahead and start approving everybody, getting everybody in there, making sure that these are people that came to the event. And we'll have the group live, man. The group will be live Saturday. It's already live now, but nobody's in there but me. But Saturday, and now I got to add you probably tonight. And then so it'll be live right away. And then Monday morning, hitting the ground running. Sunday, actually, I'll be dropping some tidbits in there for what I'm looking to do on Monday. And so the tips will be coming in like instantaneously. And as you know, also, Brother Rich, I'm in a big group that I had added you to about, 5 or 6 months ago, where, between all of us in it, we're probably moving over $2 million a day. Because there's a lot of other stuff I do, swing trading and everything else. So, but
you know what? I was inactive in that group, so I think they booted me out, man, because I wasn't contributing. If you could, I'm gonna tell you, Billy, I was a little intimidated because it was so much big money talk, and and they sounded like experts.
Right.
So I didn't want to just jump in there. I wanted to, take my time. But I guess they said this dude ain't saying shit. Get him out of here. So If you can help
Listen,
me get back in that group, man, come on, man.
I
Help me
get you. I get. Don't worry. I get you back in. You know, we're
yeah,
moving big numbers in there, as you can
yeah, I
see.
see, man. No, I
Yeah,
see. Like,
we're doing big. I mean, doing a $500,000 move in one day in there is for one person is like, okay, that's pretty good. You did good today. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
I will. I get you. Don't worry. I get you back in. But I'll be taking knowledge from that group and dropping it into our new,
Dope.
group. So it's gonna be dope. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what's interesting. And maybe you could break this down from a metaphysical perspective.
hmm
All right. So I started the show. I said, family, Brother Rich got a little headache today. Even before the camera started rolling, I said,
Yeah.
Billy, man, my head hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
Billy, once you started talking about the stories with your
hmm
finances in the past,
Yeah.
I'm getting inspired listening to them. And I just didn't know some of these things about you. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
in my mind, I'm like, this shit is incredible. And
Yeah.
as I'm just listening, my headache goes away and I'm energetic now.
Right.
Because
Right. Yeah.
I told you I wanted to end the show after 30 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So after hearing that,
Yeah.
something about that
hmm
changed my energy and my life.
Right.
What the hell happened, bro? I know you
Yeah.
could.
Well,
What
it's just
happened?
what's happened is so the brain has neuroplasticity, and the pain centers were activated in your brain, and the pain centers are saying that there's something wrong either in the brain or somewhere in the body. There's a situation. It's really alerting you to an imbalance.
Right.
But once you started hearing information that you were passionate about or extremely, extremely interested in hearing, and because there was a lot of new information, things you hadn't heard before, it started redirecting the energy from the pain center towards the learning center. So it sent the focus from the pain to the learning. And so it's just like you ever watch Star Trek when they go put up the shields. We got to redirect energy from the warp drive to the shields. We got to give the shields more power because we're taking impacts right now. Well, the brain works the same exact way. And so that's what happened. Your brain redirected its energy source to the learning center, and the blood flow went to the learning center so that you could pick up on the information and understand more about what I was talking about, and also ponder on it and actually discern it. Yeah.
Interesting. So that's like when we digest food, a lot of our energy goes when we eat food, a lot of our energy goes to digesting that food, and
Yeah.
we could barely do anything else. Like we
Right.
can't read, we can't want, we just like, oh man, you don't want to do shit. You just want to sit there because
Yeah.
so much energy is being used digesting that food. Huh?
Right. Exactly. Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah.
Listen, man, if y'all not inspired by hearing this man talk, something wrong, y'all. Something wrong. Let me share with y'all the flyer once again. Like this brother, he needs to be on all the big platforms spreading this information.
Yeah.
So consider it a gem that this brother comes on this platform regularly and shares certain information with us, whether it's metaphysical, spiritual, or whether it's financial. But family, it's going down, man. I seen what Billy do behind the scenes. I seen what his colleagues do, his peers do behind the scenes, and like he said, that group moving 500K a day. It's like, okay, that's cool. He just did a workshop with Dawn Dixon. This is a sister who's killing the game.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all there, fam. Matter of fact, let me see who's coming to the workshop before we continue. Let me see.
Yeah.
Whoever's coming to the workshop, put up a 1 in the chat room. If you're coming to the workshop on Saturday, and if you're going to be a part of the stock options think tank community, after that, we're going to be getting that paper. Put a 1 in the chat room right now, because I want to say a special thank you. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Taria, Enlightened Gem, Chris, Quinn, McKinney, Ashanti, Derek, Jahuti, Ikenga, Sheila, V, Sean, Leslie, Quantum Love, all of y'all, man. Yo, Copper Eyed Warrior, Fatima. I gotta show y'all love.
Yeah. It's a lot of people.
Tom, Onyi. I don't want to mispronounce your name. Eric D. Nice, Black still put a 20 up there. You got the wrong number, brother. Ron, J Rock. Shout out to all of y'all, man. I swear, shout out to all y'all. This is gonna be fun. Like I said, my headache just literally went away. This is some amazing shit. Like people will tell you to take herbs, drink this, drink that. Right. I just got inspired and the shit went away. Like this is amazing. This is amazing. Inspiration, wow. Inspiration is amazing. I guess I got hit with some dopamine or something too, man.
Hey, you got hit, man. A lot of people were emailing me and emailing my staff, asking questions about the workshop. What if they have, the majority of the questions I had was, do I have to have any experience?
Right.
And so I saw so many of those coming in. That's where I realized, okay, I can't have this like that private group that I had you in. I can't have that kind of knowledge in it because it's going to make people afraid to even start. I realized I got to make it simple. I got to make it targeted specifically towards how I trade options and how I've been able to be successful with it. And I think it's going to be very duplicatable. It's not going to be daunting. It's not going to scare you. And I think it's going to work out very, very well. And I saw that. So I saw a lot of questions about that. So you do not have to know anything about it. Also, a lot of people asking about the replay because a lot of people were like, well, I can't make it to the live. Don't worry. Within 48 hours, as you guys have seen my track record with every single one of these that we've done, we turn around with a fully edited version. And this is going to be 4 hours long. So that means it's probably going to be broken into two or three chunks. And it'll be put up in a special section under pay-per-view on Forbidden Knowledge TV. And you'll be given free access, a free login to watch it on your leisure. You can watch it on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon. You can watch it on your iOS app. You can watch it on your Android app or on the web, on the laptop, tablet, computer. You can watch it anywhere. And the beautiful thing is if you have a tablet or a cell phone and you're traveling, my mobile app, my Forbidden Knowledge TV app, actually lets you download the videos from the platform just like Netflix does and just like Amazon Prime does. So you can actually click the download button and store it in your phone so that when you're on an airplane where there's no Wi-Fi, or if you're in an area where there's bad signal or anything like that, you can still watch the work, the information, the workshop, and you can learn from it no matter where you are. So replaying, not a problem. Didn't cost you any money. And think about this back in the day, because I used to do all my stuff live. I used to do the trading options workshop live. You got to buy an airline ticket. Then you got to, and sometimes for two, depending if you got a better half coming with you, get a hotel room. You got to get a rent-a-car or an Uber or a taxi. Then you got to have your daily meals. You have to have daily spending money. Then you got to pay for the event. By the time you get said and done, you could be done spend $3,000-$4,000 to go to one event. Now in the virtual world, we're talking about this is literally almost peanuts, a very small investment into yourself where you can find a way to actually, make yourself life better for yourself and your family. And you can do it in the comfort of your own home. You can have friends and family members over. You can teach this information to people by letting them watch it. You can replay it as much as you want, because at the live event, you can't even record anything. We never let anybody record our live events on their phone. They would take little clips from their cell phone and post it in a story, but nobody was going to sit there for 4 hours and go, okay, keep talking because I'm going to take this video and sell it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this gives you the ability to literally relax. Don't have to worry about taking notes every 5 seconds, because in a live event, people will be taking so many notes because they couldn't record it and there was no replay, that when I'm talking about something more important, they're still writing down on a piece of paper something that I said, 4 paragraphs ago, and now they missed the newest piece of chunk of information. So this way, replays, pause, replay, pause, take notes, replay, go on your phone and open the app and duplicate it. I just think it's much better. This format is much better and better for the world we live in today with what's happened. And it's going to give people with smaller budgets who never would have even left their house to go to an event an opportunity to partake in an event that can help change their life.
Definitely. It's going down. Y'all hear it. Saturday, August 7th from 1 to 5 p.m. Eastern time, family. That's Eastern time. Is going down. The options trading workshop with Billy Carson. Yeah, definitely looking forward to it, family. Definitely looking forward to it. We're not going to be on here too long. Give me a couple of questions, family. I'm just taking a couple of questions. Had a real good conversation with the brother today. Very inspirational, very, very inspirational in terms of finances and currency. Give me a couple of questions, family, and then we're going to get out of here, and we'll see you Saturday. While we do that and we wait for the questions, family, let's get to a commercial real quick.
This is Billy Carson with Forbidden Knowledge, Inc. And I want to announce an amazing giveaway. I am going to be giving away a 2013 Rolls-Royce Ghost on December 18th, 2021. All you have to do to enter is go to forbiddenknowledge.com. That's forbiddenknowledge.com with the number 4. Click on giveaways and register and buy your ticket for a chance to win a Rolls-Royce Ghost on December 18th, 2021. It's going to be an amazing giveaway, and it will be held at the Holman Motor Cars, where they actually sell the Rolls-Royce in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'll see you there.
All right, family. Let's get to a couple of questions. Okay. Billy, will you go through a live step-by-step options trade during the workshop? Great question.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I have to, for sure. Now, obviously, it's a Saturday and the market is closed, but I'm going to go through step-by-step as if I'm actually doing a trade. I won't be able to execute it because the market will be closed, but you're going to see my technique, how I pick one out, which one I'm going to be working with that particular day. I'll go through how I'm going to actually do the call or the put on it based off of my research. I'm going to actually show you how I buy the contracts. Every contract you buy is 100 shares. And the reason why we're doing options trading is because you can buy 100 shares for a fraction of the cost. You're not paying the full price for any shares. Now, the other thing is that you don't actually own them. You're just basically leasing them so that you can try to make money off of them for a period of time. But I'm going to walk through the whole thing. You'll see me actually click the submit button and the whole work. So step-by-step calls and puts and everything. They're going to see, how I do my stop loss, how I do the whole work. So it'll be everything step-by-step on a live screen as I'm going through so they can see exactly what I'm doing. And I'll be talking and explaining exactly what's going on. So I'm making this so fundamental is the key. I had to get away from like we talk in our other group. You were a little intimidated in there, like, what can I add to this? And that private group I had you in, Rich. So I realized, okay, I got to make sure people can just duplicate what I'm doing. And then we'll come back and we'll do an advanced course, which covers swing trading and other aspects of it later on. But right now, I want to make sure people understand the fundamentals. I want to talk about, the stock market. I want to talk about options trading. I want to talk about briefly the history about it. I want to get into the terminology, get a fundamental basic understanding of the most important terminology. Then I want to go into the esoteric wisdom and the research aspect. How do I research? How do I find stock? How do I use my intuition and feeling towards something? And then I want to wrap up with, let's get on here on the platform and let's actually walk through trades step by step and why this and why that. How come I did this and how come I did that? And let's look at some numbers and everything else. So that's what's going to be happening, in the workshop. And it's going to be a step-by-step process, very informative, very easy to understand. I won't be talking a million miles an hour. And I want to have a finished product where anyone who doesn't know anything about it can get on. I'm going to teach you how to set up an account, how to answer the questions, to get into the platform. They will have some questions there for you and the whole work. So I'm going to go through step by step, nice and slow, and make sure everybody has a very good understanding as to what's going on. And then we have the private group, which will be, for everybody who attended. And that's going to have a place or a platform there where we can bounce questions off of one another. And the beautiful thing is sometimes once people get good at this, and there'll be some people who are fairly, experienced on this as well, or have tried it before. And so they'll be able to chime in here and there too. So eventually the goal is that we're all, like in my other group that I have Brother Rich in, we're all bouncing knowledge back and forth every single day in that private group and, helping to build each other's wealth.
The private groups are so important because social media is so filled with nonsense and just distractions. So when you're searching for information, you got to go through a lot of BS just to get to a little bit of information. So these small groups, they lifesavers, bro. Lifesavers, man.
For real. Yeah. They kicking too, man. Like, the one that I got for the raise millions of dollars for your business group, It's still cranking, you know, and that we did that now 5 months ago, I think it was now. That's how quick time passed. But I don't know if y'all can see this. Oh, you got me on. I'm still got the ad up right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold up. Hold up. All right,
yeah, there you go. So this one here, the one you see with me and Dawn, this is one of the groups. This is the app, the Unite the 99 app. So if I tap on that, it goes in. And look, somebody had bought my book. Well, doesn't mean broke. Okay, cool. Let me like the brother's post. Hey, who's that? That was Molo Vision. But anyway, well, they're in here and they're every single day. Oh, somebody else bought the book. Wow. And they're in here every single day, posting knowledge, dropping videos, you know, talking about their businesses and what point they've gotten to now. This is a private group that I got started that's still running right now. Still running, you know. And they're in here dropping knowledge and tidbits, information. You know, even here, I dropped my link. You know, I had a restricted amount of people that I could refer to my Black card, which I sent you a link to it as well. And so I'm showing, here's my Black card here, you know, and so because it's for business. And yeah, just having a lot of look. This brother here, he's in here dropping knowledge that he's learning. You know, everything it's just phenomenal, man. So these private groups, like you said, man, they're key to the whole thing. And this group is now, it's become rock solid, and a lot of people are getting phenomenal. I seen somebody the other day, they got 50,000 from a company, a bank that I referred them to once they got their business credit to a certain level. Another person posted in there, they had 35,000. One lady started her campaign selling shares through the crowdfunding platform that she's learned from us, and she's on her way. I think she raised over $100,000 already for her business. So these private groups, man, this is where it's at. And helping people and just watching people grow. And I'm trying to just help build billionaires and millionaires so that I can have people I can go to and say, hey, there's 100 acres over here. Let's go buy that and create a city. Or let's go do this. Let's go do that. You know what I'm saying? But we can't do that for everybody's broke, you know? So I figured the best thing for me to do is just build my own, you know, millionaires. Why do we have to keep waiting for somebody who's already made it to put a hand out? Usually it just doesn't happen. You know what I mean? And what I see from some of the other races of people, what they've done is they take care of one another in a way that we just haven't been able to figure out yet. For example, and you know, in the Jewish community, you know, what they'll do is if somebody comes up and they've got a business idea, everybody invests into that business. And they even give them like 2 chances to fail. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something that we just don't do. And I realized that I got to be one of the people that breaks this generational curse. I got to be one of the people that breaks this this mental programming that we've had locked into our brains to be able to have us wanting to fight one another and battle one another and be in competition with one another. There's more than enough abundance that exists on this planet for everyone to be a trillionaire. I mean, I'm talking 7.7 billion people could be trillionaires if we had the right system. Everyone can be wealthy. Everyone can be abundant. And so when I realized that the amount of abundance that actually exists, I realized that, man, there's no reason to hoard it to help people, teach people, train people. Of course, they got to invest in themselves because you don't want people take advantage of it, take you for, you know, a pullover, a brush over, and be like, oh, I just get this guy's information, but I may or may not even be interested in doing. I'm just gonna suck his energy out of him, be an energy vampire. So you make people own up to it, but at the same time, so affordable that it can get involved, learn this stuff, do it, duplicate it, and just go out there. My goal is to just help to create millionaires, billionaires, people that have financial power, because it takes financial power to even change one law. Without money, you can't even get a law put into legislation. I learned that the hard way trying to get that done for police brutality. So we got to have people. We need to be abundant so we can link up and make some serious things happen and make some serious change on the planet. And to create change, you got to have change. You know what I mean?
I just heard that. You said to create change, you got to have some change. Oh, man. That's facts. That is facts. Somebody wrote, will he provide us with a PDF of some of the terms and plays we need to know?
Yeah, that's already created. And that will, I'll send you a link to that PDF, Rich. And what you'll do is you'll drop it in the Eventbrite email system, and that'll go out to everybody. And everybody will have that, download that, all the terminology, all the definitions. Because if I just sat there and talked about it for 2 hours, great. I'm going to go over some of the more important ones that we're going to be utilizing. But there's 300 or 400 terms with all definitions and everything on a PDF that they'll be able to download. That's included. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man, it's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to it, man. And I'm gonna put some finishing touches on this thing, and it's gonna be a great Saturday. It's gonna be a phenomenal Saturday. And then the group is gonna be off the chain. I'm really excited about the group, and taking the knowledge and dropping the knowledge in there so that everybody can can have something to look forward to every day.
All right. Pardon me, family. Pardon the interruption. Got some things going on upstairs with my son.
That's all right.
Y'all know how that go by now. But
Hey,
we're about to get out of here.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm super excited. Shout out to everybody. I seen somebody just wrote, and this is what we're talking about. Somebody just wrote, I want to move to Africa and I need money. I think this class would be a nice investment. The beautiful thing about making money without having a 9-to-5 is that you could travel.
Yeah.
You can move around if you want. So that's the beauty of doing something like this, man.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? The key thing, I'm glad that brother or whoever, the sister, whoever it was, said that, because sister, okay, yeah, I'm glad she said that, because people tend to think like, oh, this guy just cares about money. No, it's not that I care about money. Money is worthless to me. Actually, if I'm freezing right now and my electricity goes out and I got a bag of money, I'm gonna burn that money for heat so I can extend my life. I don't want to get frostbite. Money is worthless paper. We attribute value to it because of the system that we're in. What I'm after is not money. What I'm after is freedom. That's what I'm after. And so the only way to get to freedom is that you actually need to have money to obtain the freedom. And so it's just like, back in the day, slaves would buy their freedom. So it's not like they cared about money, but they knew they had to have it to buy their freedom. And a lot of them did. The smart ones who had the opportunity and the wherewithal to do it, they did it. And so this is all about buying. For me, it's about buying my freedom from the matrix. I'm working hard. I'm nonstop rich, as 10, 15 hours a day, every single day on all these projects and all these companies that I run. And I just said to myself, I need a detox getaway and some some vitamin C, SEA, after this next 2 weeks. I'm literally burning the clock end to end and burning the candle end to end. And I said, next week I'm just going to take off and go to the Bahamas. I just hopped online, booked my trip real quick, and I got myself 3 quick days, which is a 30-minute flight for me from here, thankfully, to the Bahamas, just to get some sun and some relaxation for 3 days before I come back and grind for another 2 weeks for 10 to 15-hour days. You know what I mean? So, but you can't do that if you don't have any money, if you have no resources, if you're not your own boss and in control of your own destiny. Today I told my assistant, and I said, hold all my calls today. I'm busy. I don't want to take any calls from anybody. If it's really ultra important, I'll answer that specifically from my phone, but I'm not gonna today. I'm focused right now on something totally different. You can't do that if you relying on someone else's punch clock system. So this will give you the ability to I'm just looking to create people who are free. It's really what it comes down to. Is the money is just a side effect of an energy exchange, and I'm not chasing the money, and money is not the most important thing to me. The most important thing to me is being free, being able to just do what I want. I got a trip going to Egypt. And I said to myself, okay, I'm going to be working out there creating this content for my video network. It's going to be gruesome I'm leaving on August 29th and it ends on August the 10th. I said, after that, I got to get some relaxation. So I said, instead of coming straight home, I canceled my return trip and I booked a trip to Dubai from Cairo. So from Cairo, I'm flying to Dubai and I'm hanging out there for a few days so I can relax. You see, you can't do that if you got no resources. You know what I mean? You just can't do it. And so it's important. Buying your freedom to me, is the best thing you can do for yourself.
Woo, family, you heard it, man. This interview got rid of my headache, family. I mean, what? I don't know what herbs or what could do that, man. This interview literally, I'm talking about literally got rid of my headache that I just had. Wow, this was highly inspirational. Besides the course on Saturday, I'm just excited about this new paradigm that we're in. in this new way of life. You know, I don't think it's ever going back to the way it was before. And there's a lot of blessings in disguise with what we're seeing going on, regardless of how bad things may look on the surface. There's a ton of blessings in disguise if you know how to see things with a certain eye, family. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to Saturday. And like I said, this whole new paradigm. I think I came down here specifically for this paradigm. So my whole life I've been preparing myself, and now it's showtime. So I'm excited for this new paradigm. I'm excited for Saturday's class. I'm just excited, period. This interview got rid of my headache. What more can I say? Make sure you sign up Saturday for the course. Billy, leave your contact information one more time for the family.
Don't forget to go to Forbidden Knowledge with the number 4, forbiddenknowledge.com. And you can also go to forbiddenknowledge.tv. Right now, there's 5,200 shows up there. I remember when I first came on here, Rich, and tell you we were at like 400 or 500, you know. And so 5,200 shows in 1 year. In 1 year. It's a lot of work, man. And now I just came from Greece, and I just filmed 220 gigs of 4K video content for the platform, which is going to be about ancient sites and ancient connections, and headed to Egypt here now soon to do another. Egypt is probably going to be, I don't know, 2 terabytes of video content. And you know, as I'm putting out all these new series on Forbidden Knowledge TV, so check out Forbidden Knowledge TV. Check out there's a free app. Check out forbiddenknowledge.com. And my book, Woke Doesn't Mean Broke, is literally a financial Bible. It's a bestseller. And some of the top financial minds have now contacted me and commented on it, bought the book. And I'm like blown away by these. These are rich people, multimillionaires and billionaires that have chimed in and told me what they thought about it and said that the world needs this book. So check out the book, Woke Doesn't Mean Broke.
Indeed. We still got one more book to give away, I think. I'm not sure. I think we have one more to give away.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, we'll probably do it. I'll do it for somebody who joins the class. We'll do something when we set up this group.
Unite the 99.
The Unite the 99 group. Okay. Sheila, I'm definitely looking into doing something like that. A getaway event, a retreat or something like that sometime in the next couple of years. So yeah, that's definitely on my mind to do something like that. I definitely think that is the next step. We just got to see what's going on with all the travel restrictions and everything like that. So we'll see how things turn out with that. And but regardless, we're gonna be good because we know how to use our computer and our phone to make money in this day. That's what we're doing here. A lot of people have the computer and their phone for distractions. We're using this computer and this phone to get to this money, family.
Get to the money. Yeah. I do want to answer one question that I did see lingering up here. Yeah. Somebody says, do you have to have exceptional credit to participate in options trading? You don't need any credit. Credit has nothing to do with it. All you need is a bank account with your name on it, and you need to be able to download the app and get on the internet and get online, basically. Those are the 2 things you need. Yeah, so that's it. You don't need any credit. There's no credit check. Now, the only thing is you are opening up an options account or a stock trading account on a platform. So they probably will ask you for the last 4 digits of your social to verify that you are who you are. Other than that, they're not pulling your credit. They're not doing a hard pull. They're not going to, say, oh, we can't qualify you because your credit score is this or that. No.
All right. Okay, so I guess with that being said, we're gonna get out of here, family. I'm gonna have to move to Texas here. Texas say, I heard about Texas, y'all. Yeah, Texas is like, man, listen, we ain't going for that.
Yeah, that sounds like Florida.
That's how Florida is, right? Yeah.
He came on. I posted it in my story the other day because if I posted on my main account, they might delete me. But the governor came on and said, we ain't doing this, we ain't doing that. You not mandatory jabbing me with this. He was just like going in. He was like, wow. I'm not shutting down nothing. He's like, there will be no second lockdown. So he was just going in. And I was like, man, this is phenomenal. I retweeted it and everything. I was like, I'm glad we living in Florida right now.
Woo.
Yeah.
Wow, family. Yeah, different times we living in, family. Like I said, if you came in late, go to my Instagram at BlackMagic363 so you can see the health list that Dr. Phil Valentine recommended for us in these times. Yeah, you definitely want to do that. Besides that, it's going down Saturday, options trading class with Billy Carson. Brother is Billy Carson. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, family. I will see everybody on Saturday at the workshop.
Yeah.
All right.
Peace.